that effective immediately. The American Hospital Association has launched the capability to bring vaccinations directly to people's workplaces through their member hospitals.
The CDC says the number of coronavirus infections continues to fall in the U.S. The latest 7-day average of new daily cases is roughly 13,000, a 94% decrease since January. The agency credits the steady pace of vaccinations for the recent declines. Windsor Johnston, NPR News.
All right, shalom. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto you. How about Shema, Rashab, Shema, Kakodash, Demon's to the apostle of this game, Millstone, Shalom, to the Akim, the pushing the word of sincerity and the truth. Yeah, there you have it. I was listening to the news today, and as you hear on the audio, the 88.5 here in Georgia Public Broadcasting, they spoke about these different workplaces gonna get you jabbed. Now they're gonna start heavily distributing this jab in these different workplaces, and they're gonna make it mandatory. And also, what they were speaking about is Biden is looking to get 70% vaccinated, vaccinated by the 4th of July. Right now, I think we're in June the 9th. So, he's looking to move, steamroll over the people. And there was another thing where he said a lot of people are going to pay the price if they don't get that necessary jab. So what's the price that individuals got to pay? Esau is going to look to come down and crack on us individuals that fear the Lord and that's not willing to bow down into the system. Just like, during the time of Daniel wasn't looking to bow down to the oppressor. All right, he resisted the will of the oppressor, unto the point of death, and they tried to kill Daniel as well as a lot of prophets on numerous occasions. Some of them they successfully did so. Some of them they had an extremely tough time, because the Lord was delivering them. The Lord was lifting up that standard and camping about, the spirit of those men, such as Mishael, was it Azariah, and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and Daniel, because when you read about them thrown in the furnace of fire, it said that the Spirit of the Lord was with them, so the Lord was in the midst. So when this devil comes down, we know that the Lord is going to be in the midst of us, to defend us. So we encourage this devil to do so. Go ahead and come down with your new world order. Revelation 12:12 is the prophecy is going to come to pass. We believe so, and we see so. It's starting to become a thing where it's not just some far-fetched, which it never been, but, as people perceive some type of far-fetched belief, this is all straight, pure facts, and it's going to be a divine intervention. Habakkuk 1:6. Well, I start at verse 5. Behold ye among the heathen in regard, and wonder marvelously. For I will work in your days, which you will not believe, though it be told you. For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans. So who's raising up the Chaldeans? The Lord. It's written in the book of Exodus that the Lord stirred up, Pharaoh to show his power. So the Lord said he's raising up the Chaldeans, and the modern day Chaldean is these American forces. All right, the American government, they're beefing up the military. They're advancing domestic military technology. You see the surveillance is starting to increase. All these different things that you're starting to get more and more policed. I was just now listening to, also the news. After I watched that other one, they was speaking about how I think they got Georgia got awarded $130 million. So they're putting a lot of bonuses in the Atlanta police departments. They're gonna do whatever it takes so that these police officers are sustained in the midst of this pandemic and basically have enough leverage to kick ass and take names, for lack of a better term. So it says that bitter and hasty nation which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess their dwelling places that are not theirs. Right. So this devil is going to take things that he has no business, putting his hand into. And that shows you the covetousness of E. He's always had a tendency to invade, pillage, go into lands that he knows he doesn't have his God-given right, but he'll impose his God-given right by what? The power of the legislation. All right. Even here in the Americas, they had a lot of papal bulls, which came from the papacy to give the Portuguese and give the Edomites that was here, Edomite conquerors, leverage to conquer, man. So you see these executive orders in today's time here in America. A lot of these executive orders are full of basically written agreements to invade and get down on the people if need be. So it says, they are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment and their dignity shall proceed of themselves. Their horses also are swifter than the leopards and are more fierce than the evening wolves. And their horsemen shall spread themselves, and their horsemen shall come from far. They shall fly as the eagle that hasteth to eat. Right, so that's this devil coming down with that swoop. And he's likened unto these major apex predators. You see these different predators in the field. They're all about putting ish down, man. When you see a leopard that's on the prowl, he's not just doing that just to look sexy and flexy. Their whole initiative is hunt, kill, gather, conquer. It's etched into the instincts of these different animals to take down prey. It's a predator-prey relationship, and this devil looks at himself as the main predator, and he looks at you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans as the prey. But the Lord is going to turn the tables, and this is going to be the time where the hunter gets hunted. All right, you have the saying that there's no fun when the rabbit gets the gun. We represent the rabbit, the more feeble animal, but the Lord is beefing us up, because just like the bishop was speaking about, Bishop here in Atlanta, if Esau's amping up on the left hand side, the Lord is going to start amping up on the right hand side. This is I want that Micah 5:7. It says, "And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of man. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the beasts among the flocks of sheep, who if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver." Right. So, it's going to get to the point where, we're going to be so, boosted up with power. This devil's not going to be able to get away, man. It don't matter how he's going to try to have his, his buildings, security locks and gated. When the Lord gives his men, endows his men with those power, it's going to be time to really, really, crack down on the devil. Because what he cracked down on us when the Lord, gave this man leverage to conquer, pursuant to the prophecy in Revelation, the 6th chapter. It said that he went on conquering, man. So, Yahweh Shah is likened unto that white horse that's conquering too in Revelation, the 19th chapter. So he's not just going to ride that horse alone. He's going to have forces with him. Just like when Esau came down, he had forces with him. When Yahweh Shah comes down, he's going to have forces aerially or celestially, as well as terrestrially, forces on the ground, and forces on the water. But I just wanted to drive home that point, showing that we're in some very pivotal times. Things are getting exciting, man. The climax of the movie is starting to heat up. And as brothers, we have to stay down, stay focused, you know, keep the resistance up. You know, as it is written, resist the devil and he shall flee from you. You know, so I want anybody giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shema, Kakodash. Double honor to the apostle of this great millstone. Shalom, Akim.